Okay. Just to give you a little bit of background, what has happened is that throughout the course of 2023, many people have shared information relating to how they would read 2024 and the energy of 2024, as well as period 9. And as many people as giving predictions, as many differing views you might get. But there's an overarching theme, if I can call it that, which when we work within that framework of the theme, we are able to navigate that which we personally can actually use and apply. So without further ado, let me start sharing with you. So the whole point of period 9 is that we are going to be moving away from that me perspective and really start working towards the we, so that the focus is no longer on me, myself, and I, but about us and we and community building. So self-focus, we know, is very important, because if I am not a better person, I cannot make that kind of an impact on other people's lives. So, in order to improve our lives, it does include involving other people. And the hexagram for the month of October is gathering. And the gathering hexagram is about working together as a unit. We don't have to like one another, but if we have a specific goal that we are working towards, it is about putting individual differences aside and collaborating and working together towards that bigger goal. Now, there are no guarantees when it comes to our Batsy chart. Batsy chart is that snapshot. It gives us that boom. At that time and space, this is what happened. But life still goes on. And we know that if we do not take action in accordance with how life is progressing, we just don't get the rewards of what is available at any given point in time. So at what age you're going to get this information, this difference will impact on how much action time you still have left, how much reward time you still have left. So we don't need to understand absolutely everything in our Batsy, because the pillars, each one of these pillars, I've highlighted for you the hour, the day, the month, the year, and then the luck pillar gives me the fifth pillar. 20% effort from one of these pillars can actually make so much difference, because if I add all 5 of the pillars together, I get 100% result. But you're not going to be doing everything from every single pillar, every single day, every single month, every coming part of this fourth quarter either. So we are going to focus in the fourth quarter on what is happening in the hour pillar of the year. Now, I'm going to show you the last quarter of the year's elements, and you're going to need to correlate that to your Batsy chart to say, what is happening in my Batsy chart? Is this impacting on my hour? And I'm pretty sure that all of you know the hour pillar is your ideas, your visions, your goals, your children, your staff, the people that are underneath you. It is your legacy. It is what you are going to be leaving behind. The day pillar is you yourself, your relationship with yourself. But the focus for this last quarter is all about going to be the hour pillar. And that is because that month pillar, which we would usually look at, governs our wealth. It governs the improvements that we're going to make in life. The quality we derive from our work and our business hits back into the self. The self becomes better. The self now has new dreams, new hopes, new goals. And when you're doing well in business, when you are a good provider for your family, it means you can make bigger changes. So the question that we want to ask now in this fourth quarter, in this last 4 months, is how can I create a better 2024 so that whatever is happening next year in my month pillar in relation to the year adds value to me and in turn to we. Okay. So 2024, to make 2024 great, everything always starts with a resolution. But we don't have to wait for January or February to make those resolutions. We can start now already. And there's a very, very big, important reason why we're going to start now in October to work on next year's plans. Because whatever is happening now in this fourth quarter is going to lay the foundation. It's going to dig out the new foundation for 2024. So we want to set goals in order to create the changes. And I think it was in one of Iverson's sharings now recently that he said, winners set goals, but so do losers. Because just setting a goal is easy. But when we're setting goals, aiming to succeed, that is when we stay the course. Because life does get in the way. And sometimes life becomes hard and sometimes life becomes difficult. And then we get demotivated. We feel tired. We feel drained. We feel, I just don't know if I can carry on with that. And hopefully this little bit of information will give you a heads up as to how you don't necessarily have to get fatigued. This is the snapshot of the BATSI 2024 chart. Now I'm going to go into this in terms of my nice, pretty, colorful illustrations so that hopefully this makes a little bit more sense. You can see, oops, sorry, my bad. You can see that this hour pillar, the element of wealth is really weak. Now, where do we see the element of wealth is I see it here in the hour pillar. Let me just see if I can find one of my little, I'm looking for my little scribble thing and I'm not sure where it is, guys. Sorry. I'm going to have to ask you to look in the hour pillar here. You'll see the little blue box. It says REN. It says indirect wealth. That is a wealth element. And the other wealth element that you can see is in the year pillar. It's that little blue box over there in the year pillar. Those are the only two little wealth elements which is present for the entire year. Now, why is this important? Is because wealth is going to be difficult to find. What is also quite significant about this 2024 chart is that this hurting the direct officer here in the year pillar, this DO in the year pillar is that which governs jobs. Small little jobs, small little bit of wealth, it's all hidden away. There is nothing going to be sitting on the outside world. What we do see on the outside world is this big, ugly mountain in the day pillar. Now, the moment that something is barren, it's okay when this is happening during the nighttime. But look at the month pillar. It is the sunshine. There's big fire there. That is the sun. It means in the workplace, in job spectrums, whatever you are going to be doing is going to have a light on it. It's going to shine that light on it. This in turn means that whatever wrongdoing has been happening in the world, thank you God, okay, is going to be shown out. It is going to come to light. If the supervisor has been taking money underneath the table for bribes, if you've been secretly pilfering the chests of money at work, I suggest you stop. Because whatever wrongdoing is going to be happening in your work, in your business, in your career, is going to be shown out. Now, there's one of my clients who is going to be super, super happy when he hears about this because he's there's a lot of wrongdoing in his company, which is happening right now. So this is not a bad thing if you are walking in sunshine. If you are walking in the dark, that sun is going to shine right on you. Another very important factor, dragon in the year clashes dog in the day. The tiger in the month clashes the monkey in the hour. So you've got two clashes happening. And those two clashes indicates a breaking up on the foundational level. It means there is no sure, secure footing. Nobody has a sure footing to stand on. Nothing that we have done or that we will do next year will give you that sure footing. So while we still have the sure footing for October, November, December, and January, it's best we lay new foundations so that we can build our 20-year house on top of secure foundations. So when we get frustrated with whatever goals we have, you can very easily see what is that frustration that this year and the day will cause you as a person, as well as what will be the frustration in your job spectrum relating to your goal setting for next year as well. Also, something which I want to point out from the BATI 2024 chart is, remember in, my bad, there's only one of my VIP students here, but during September month, I pointed out the hexagrams that is more impacted by period 9 as well as the Jia Wood dragon. So for that lucky lady, look if you can spot the liqua. And the liqua is present here in the year pillar. It's to take the lead amongst your peers. And here in the month pillar, you've got a hidden liqua, which means it's almost at the top. And then you've got a bottom liqua, which is about rendering support more in the work situation. And then that's it. Those are the two liquas which is present for next year. So you would default back onto your hexagram configuration to say, what is the elemental configuration for you? The natal chart for 2024 has got the element of water in the lead position. So we know that there is a lot of leading to be done. There's 4 specific sectors which is going to be more in demand, and that you can see from the year pillar as well as in the month pillar. So I got a slide on that, so I will share that with you now. But there are 4 big industries because of the configuration of these hexagrams. So getting acquainted with your frustrations relating to your goals, you're going to be looking at your own BATI chart and the 5 structures of your BATI chart. I'm sure that all of you know where that is. It's on the second page. You're going to be looking at the beige coloring there now already, because you know how frustrated you can get when your goals are not being met. So you can glance back in the last 3 quarters of this year and say, what caused you the biggest frustration? How do you not get frustrated again next year? So if wealth is the highest percentage, it's about you being too impatient, wanting everything yesterday. So be aware that you don't get impatient. Remember the 12 virtues I shared with you? Work on that dragon. I'm pretty sure that the dragon was the one who wanted a little bit more patience. Make sure that that virtue of patience is there. If your output is the highest percentage, the biggest reason you get frustrated or fatigued with any of your goals you're going to set is because you're setting way too big a goal to start off with. We are going to be asked to set new goals, most likely only in February, but we know the year will change now already. It's setting in as from the 7th of December. So don't wait until next year, because next year you can set new goals. You don't need to set a goal for 20 years or for the entire year. Set small term goals, 2-week goals, 1-month goals, because you want to be able to measure, are you getting the result? If you're not getting the result after 2 weeks, change the goal. Otherwise, it's too big. If influence is the biggest factor that you get frustrated about influence, it's about not being flexible enough with the changes that has already occurred. A lot of things have shifted from the beginning of the year till now. Some of my goals I have had to scrap. I have had to re-look at my goals. I've had to shift the goalposts for some of the goals. And yet other goals have come. Immediately, it's just there. It's happening. As I speak the goal, it's happening. I get a ping. I get a message. I hear a song. I pick up a book. It's frightening how instantaneously right now we are manifesting exactly that which we want. Companion. I just love this icon, so I had to put it in there. You are exhausting yourself. You're trying to do way too much for too many people. You're not eating properly. You're not getting enough sleep. Please do look after yourself as well. So that can be the biggest source of frustration for you. Resources, if resources is the highest percentage, then you are just too slow. You're getting way too much information. You're not able to decide, and you literally make a decision. You go, okay, I've decided something. The deadline for this is Friday. If this doesn't work by Friday and that I don't see the results, then I change it. Now you can almost go 12 days. Set your goals for 12 days, from the first day officer to the last day officer. Today is open day. Tomorrow is success day. Then comes balance day. Okay. So you know the sequence of the days by now. If you don't, just ask and I'll give you the sequence again. But I think it's in my basic introduction document, which is in MetaTalk. So if you don't know the sequence of the day, pick a good day. Pick a good day where you start with a new goal. Follow that goal for 12 days. If after 12 days you still haven't seen the results, scrap it. You're not a tree. Lift your legs and move. Just okay, back to our natal chart. Why am I giving you this chart again? So you can take a screenshot. You need to be able to work within the framework of this for the next 4 months as well. So your woozy, which is your dog, so yang earth and dog. That is what woozy means. It's the ugly mountain. The Bing tiger from the month shines the light on this self pillar. Wrongdoing is exposed. So if you're the supervisor, step up. You are being seen everywhere. Whatever you're going to be doing, it's going to be seen. Just a recap of that one. So the dragon in the year and the dog in the day, it's got conflict. Lots of conflict coming, guys. Tiger in the month, monkey in the hour, conflict. Instability in the foundation. This can collapse any time. There is no solidness there. So the biggest advice there is think fast. Things change fast. Act fast. Be fast. Keep your focus. Where are you going? You got to snappy, okay? There's no more time for dawdling. If you've got dog in your chart, dog is the Yang Wood Courage Star for 2024. Already now, if you have dog in your chart, you're going to feel courageous. You're going to feel, I suddenly have a burst of energy to tackle something. Yes, I'm doing it. Now, is that good or bad? It depends. Okay? It really depends. If you are a rider on a steed, and you're going to pick up a sword, and you're going to chase after a windmill because you believe that is a dragon, I think the windmill is going to win that battle. So make sure that whatever you are pursuing with courage, if you've got dog and yangwood, you cannot have either or. You've got to have both. This is like non-negotiable, because dog is going to clash that dragon. So you've got to come at the dragon with the same element that the dragon is fighting you in the day pillar with. Okay. Wealth opportunities is Ren and Gui. So if you have Ren or Gui water in your Batsi chart, in different positions in your chart, it means different opportunities of wealth for you. If it's in the year pillar, if you've got water element in the year pillar, it means your social media. Use your social media. Become that key opinion leader. Go online more. If water for you is in your month, this can be at the top or at the bottom, anywhere in that pillar. If it's in the month, it means your opportunities are going to come from your work situation. Improve yourself. Do some research. Skill up on your course material. It's possible you get a promotion, okay? But remember what I'm telling you now. A direct wealth means lots of hard work. So if you've got Ren water or Gui water in your month pillar plus a direct wealth, that promotion is going to mean you are going to burn yourself out. Yes, you will make hopefully a little bit more money, but is it worth the risk of working yourself for 12, 14, 16 hours a day at the cost of yourself? Because that month is going to deplete you as a self. The self element is weak. So if it's in the day pillar, if you've got water element in the day pillar, you've got to take your hobby and convert that into a business. Convert that into something which is creating money. If it's in the hour, pay attention to your thoughts. Write down all the ideas that you get. You might not have the energy to run with those ideas. And if you've got this in the luck pillar, whatever opportunities are going to come at you is going to come from the outside world. You want to pick up on those trends. If you've got no water, don't stress, because remember the guys that have the water in the hour pillar, they've got all those ideas. Just make friends with them. Take them for coffee, take them for supper. The more you pump them, the more ideas they're going to give you, the more they are going to help you to take something and make a business, make a side gig with it. Now, very, very, very important. Jobs are scarce. Next year, 2024, jobs are very scarce. I don't know if I have this. Did I put it in here? I don't remember. Job market, jobs are going to be super, super scarce because everything is going to have clashes and conflicts. Money is going to be hidden away. Does that mean there's money in the market? Yes, there's going to be money in the market, but only for the people that have the skills to take that money. So a lot of people will feel frustrated by what's going on around them and want to quit their jobs. And you might not want to do that, because unless you have clarity and a solid foundation, you want to stick to what you've got already, kind of, and make extra on the side by turning some other side gig into more money making. Jia Wood Dragon is about entrepreneurship. That does not mean necessarily quit your job and start a business. It means think like an entrepreneur. Think on your feet. Think about what it is that you can do to bring in that extra money. So your Earth dog is going to be the game changer for 2024. It means big changes next year, drastic role changes. Let's say, for instance, you are currently not in a relationship. A drastic role change means you get engaged, you get married, you get pregnant, and you become a new mom all in 1 year. Is this good or bad? Depends. Do you want to be a mom? I'm using an extreme example there. Or you think that you are stable and secure in your company, and all of a sudden you find yourself without a job. Now you are jobless. You think you are doing one thing, and all of a sudden it's like, oh no, sorry, Nat, you got to do this. And I'm like, oh, how did I go from there to there? That's the nature of what next year brings to us, that energy. A company does not owe you your success or failure. You decide what you want to succeed in and what you want to fail in now already in October by focusing on the bigger picture. Those that create those big successes, they first look at the big picture and then they go, how do I get there? This big picture is not necessarily just next year. It is 20 years. This is the big picture. Where do you want to go in year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4? Now I'm going to take that year and I'm going to break it down into quarters. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. So therefore, by asking certain questions, you can work out how can I succeed despite having possibly a Batsy chart which is not quite in harmony with the 2024 chart. Because even though period 9 is going to favor the bold, it's going to favor those that have courage, not everybody is favorably placed. But if you can place yourself favorably now in this October to January, you've got a better chance of succeeding. And that is your choice. Right, fourth quarter of the year is now. So you're going to be looking at the year pillar of 2023 chart because we are still in 2023 chart. Right now, that wealth element is not strong in the hour pillar at the top or the hidden pillar. Oh, what did I say here? Wealth element now is strong. Sorry, guys, my bad. Next year, it's not strong. Right now, it's strong. Your self element is weak. So too much money, nobody to go and get it. So how do we position ourselves onto that footing to say, I'm going to take some of that money because next year might not be that easy for me to do. Because that self element is weak and the wealth is so strong, a lot of people are going to start losing their jobs now because they cannot hold on to it. They are too weak, so they're slipping away. That wealth element is so strong that it is going to drain the health out of people. You're going to see, come the end of the year, people are going to look like zombies. The biggest health crisis right now, which is looming and going to become more prolific, is stomach and digestion issues. And that stomach issues is about, I can't stomach this anymore. I can't take any more of this. I can't digest any more of that. I cannot eat any more of that. I am fed up. Now, that fed upness is going to make people leave the sure footing which they've got. They just got to hang in there a little bit. And that all results in cost cutting because the companies are also going to be fed up with paying without getting wealth, without getting the return because the people are constantly sick. The people are just not available. The people are just not skilling up. The people are just not putting in that little bit of an extra to get past that last little quarter of a hurdle. Period 9 is about fire element. Now, let me just quickly go back to our 2023 slide. You can see in the hour pillar, we've got the yin fire at the top, the yin fire in the middle, and then we've got some more fire anchored at the bottom. So 3 places with fire element right now in the hour pillar. Period 9 is about fire. So if I have a pure fire element anchored now, and period 9 is fire, don't you think this is bridging the gap between where we are going and where we are right now? That fourth quadrant says October, November, December, January. 4 months is seen from the hour pillar. The first 4 months, February, March, April, and May, is seen from the year pillar. June, July, August, September, second and third month in the day pillar, and then the hour pillar is now. So what you're going to be doing now is going to be super, super important for the next year. Direct resources, you can see, is going to be a business which you want to involve or get invested in. And that is all about energy healing, anything relating to spirituality, anything to do with energy, all kinds of energy. There is no box that energy fits into. Whatever is going to be able to produce energy, movement for people, that is going to be regulated by that direct resources. But we know direct resources impacts on health. So if your resource element is low, your health goes down. The other business sector you want to focus on because of the yin fire, excuse me, other sector that you want to focus on for businesses now already is the beauty industry. Anything that can make people look beautiful, appear beautiful. It doesn't matter what kind of beauty industry you're looking at. This can be aesthetics. This can be about beautifying the environment. Anything relating to beautifying, making something pretty. The yang metal in the hour pillar is the traveling star. That is found inside the hidden stems of the snake. And that means your travel industries. Right now, we are going towards the end of the year. A lot of people are going to want to travel for the end of the year and maybe also for next year. Travel, virtual traveling. Google Glasses, okay, real traveling, arranging trips around your neighborhood, arranging things that people have not yet seen. Maybe you live in a very, let's call it, exciting neighborhood, and there are things in your area that only you know about. I have a beautiful mountain up here. I can take people on walking trails up my mountain. Not only am I taking them for short little travels, I'm also enhancing their energy. I'm showing them the beauty, and I'm showing them the beautiful real estate with a beautiful mountain, which is Woo Earth. Woo Earth is real estate, but I don't want you thinking about real estate only in terms of buying and selling houses. It's more about how can you make your piece of real estate work for you? It's like you've got a piece of a puzzle. That's your piece of puzzle. How can you make that work better for you? Now, this I'm going to come back over and over and over on the self element. The self is weak. You've got to focus on making you strong as you can for these last 4 months, because we know that fire represents transformation. It is going to burn away. It is going to transform whatever needs to be transformed and then transform it again. So if you need a transformation, please don't wait until next year. Start now already. Here's your success plan from October to January. You might want to take a screenshot of this. This is not your personal Batsy chart. Please note, not personal Batsy chart. Batsy chart, October, November, December, January for the year 2023. So you cannot take this and say, how does that relate to my Batsy chart? You can, but then you need a little bit more advanced information. So what we want to derive from here is, what is the flavor that October is giving us? What is going to happen in November? What's going to happen in December? What's going to happen in January? So you would look at only the top part, which is the heavenly stem. And if you have Rin, Gui, Jia, or Yi in your Batsy chart, you are going to have a better chance of being able to manifest this, which you want to manifest. I'm going to give it to you. Don't stress. So for October, your action plan is think big. Rin water here in the heavenly stem of October. That's Rin water. Rin water says, think big. I am sitting on a direct officer on earth, water, and earth. What do we know health-wise when water comes into earth? Cancer. Okay. So think bigger than what you are doing right now is the message. Upgrade your standards. Set bigger goals. Rinzu is the gathering hexagram, which I told you about earlier. Gathering hexagram is how can you bring resources together to double your income and the income for everybody in your team. Doing it in October is lots of ideas, different ideas, brought together can make things happen faster. November action plan, prioritize and get clarity, because the GUI, the water peak is about cleansing. It means clearing that dirty water which got all muddied up during October maybe, and clarity and friend element in that specific pillar. Look here. There we go. So there's GUI, there's pig, high, right? So here I've got more water at the bottom and wood. So for November, it's getting clear. There's a friend element to the year on top of this. Let me just qualify this. Can you see there? There's friend at the top, because the year is GUI rabbit. So if GUI water appears in a month, it means it is a friend of the year. So how can I take that friendship and clear up the friendship is to say, who are my friends? Who am I surrounding myself with? Do I need to maybe clear out my friend circle? Do I need to maybe look at my social circle and get rid of people that are no longer on the same journey as me? Maybe. So the action plan for November is about prioritizing what is important for you, what is not important for you. The peel hexagram comes into the water pig. Water pig is ruled by the peel hexagram, and that is to say, get rid of the last obstruction which is standing in your way of being great. So October, we've got think bigger, think much bigger than where you were thinking up till this point. November says, get clear, get priorities, because you are going somewhere big. December comes in with a GRZ. That is your yang rat. So yang rat or Gia wood rat is the first pillar of the 64 hexagrams. When I start a new cycle, this is a new beginning. It is, I have think big, I have clarity, I have no dead wood surrounding me. Now I begin. Now I begin afresh. This can be with new skill sets. This can be with a new job. You upgraded yourself in October. You upgraded yourself in November. Now you are brand new. You are in December. You need to remake yourself. Focus on education big time in December. Because that opening up on the 7th of December, when this GRZ starts in that month, it starts off period 9. That is the key to unlock. So you will literally have 2 months left here. January, this is your ox, and this is about relentlessly start to execute on that big picture. Where did you set off to go? Now start executing. Go, 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 go. Time to take action. There's no thinking left anymore. From the 1st of January. Oh, no, not my bad. Not the 1st of January, guys. You do not start Chinese calendar months on the 1st. I'm talking under correction, but January might start on the 6th or the 7th of January. I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. Irrespective, in January, you go. You just plow away. Because you've been planning for this in October, November, and December. January comes, you go. How fast, how well can you execute depends on the framework and the groundwork that you're building up from in October. Is luck going to play a role? Talent alone is not going to save our butts. Talent means doing the right thing. Luck means doing the right thing at the right time, meeting the right people. So even in health, meeting the right kind of doctor means you are lucky. It means if you don't get the right doctor at the right time to be able to diagnose the right illness, you might die. So that is a lucky patient who bumps into the right doctor at the right time. And there is in the health training protocol, which I'm busy refining right now for the month of October, there are certain indicators in your Batsy chart that can indicate to you what is going to be your health issues in October, November, December, and January. But if you are lucky enough to be able to meet the right person that can identify that for you, you can escape that harm, which because the self is weak and the wealth is strong this month, guys, watch your stomachs, okay? Watch what you eat. Watch what you're putting into yourself. So luck literally means getting things easily, effortlessly in life. If you are synchronized, if you're in the flow, it means you are more lucky, you are in the zone. You can attract money instead of chasing money. Because when you are chasing something, you're just running. And that is tiresome. When you are attracting money, it means you're the right person, you are valuable, you're attracting it by, that is called manifesting. If I'm attracting something, it doesn't mean I am just sitting there and going, I command to have this. Firstly, it needs to go, okay, you can command all you want, but why should I give it to you? Have you got the skill set to take this and actually make something with it? Because if you don't, you're just not going to get it. It's going to come. It's going to go, oh, I had it. It slipped away. Using manifestation for attraction, you've got to create it. You've got to bring yourself into a different frequency level. There are certain frequencies, megahertz frequencies, which instantaneously manifest certain things. In sound healing, we are very familiar with that. Even if I have to tap this bowl, this singing bowl of mine right now, it's got a specific frequency. I don't know if I just woke up somebody, okay? But every time something is being disturbed, right now they are busy with their stupid excavations, digging, drilling, hacking, carrying on there in my bad sector. Because I can use sound in this sector that I'm using now to talk to you guys, to dispel that negative energy from coming into me, I use that. So I protect my own little piece of real estate. In turn, I don't get weakened. So that you can do, if you know about this stuff, you can use it. Don't overuse it, because then it has no effect. So manifestation is like a seed. When you plant it at the right location, at the right time, that seed of manifestation grows. So you want to supercharge your luck for the next 4 months. And to be able to do that, you're going to look in your chart if you've got that Rin, the Gui, the Jia, or the Yi. Because if you have it, you can literally, with the snap of the fingers, go, this is what I'm wanting, this is what I manifest. And I know this is going to sound horrible, okay? But I've got a couple of these pillars in my chart. And this morning, I was talking to about something with Peter, and the next minute there was an instantaneous answer for me. Those of you that are familiar with how our travel document system works in countries, you will know that sometimes you wait a long time for travel documents. I looked at the line this morning to go and fetch my travel documents. I said, no, I'm not going in there. We're going to have a cup of coffee in this restaurant right here. Boop, there was a restaurant right there. So we go in, the guy says to me, no, you can't sit there, they're busy painting. I said, I want to sit there because I want to watch the queue. Oh, no, that's okay, then you can sit there. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I sit. We order our coffee and my tea, and I'm watching the line. I say to Peter, you know why that line's not moving? Is because they've got some kind of morning meeting. They'll start moving by 9 o'clock. Boom, they start moving at 9 o'clock. I'm like, okay, this is working. So we go to the place. I check in. I say, we are here to do collection. She says, where's your slip? I say, I don't have a slip. I've got an SMS. She said, write your ID number down for me, your identification number. Write it down on this piece of paper. I say, if I write this down, will you make sure that we get our travel documents like this? She says, I'll see what I can do. Now, please bear in mind, there's like 200 people ahead of me in the queue. So I was there for an hour, 2 hours maybe. So I write down our numbers, and I'm like secretly going, I get my travel documents within the next couple of minutes, because I am not doing this hot sun, and I'm not sitting in this stuffy Department of Home Affairs office. She takes my slip of paper. She gives it to the guy behind the computer. He goes, tick, 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 tick. She says, come with me, puts us right in front of the queue. She goes and calls somebody who's on a tea break already at 9 o'clock or 9:30 in the morning to say, there's people here wanting to collect their travel documents. She comes out, she calls somebody that was there before me, she calls her number, the person goes, she gets her travel document. She calls me, boom, I get my travel documents. Next, my husband, because his passport's also expired, he gets his travel documents. Guys, I'm not kidding you. We were in and out of that office in 8 minutes. And I'm like, okay, well, I think that worked. So for you, guys here that know how the South African system works at home affairs, you will know that is a super, super record time, in and out. So that was magical instant manifestation. Why? Because I said, you're not going to waste my entire day by collecting something which I need. I want my travel documents. I'm going to Kuala Lumpur. Whatever. I will make a way. And it did. So if you've got those in your chart, please bear in mind that whatever you are putting your mind to, you can instantaneously manifest. Here's your Chiman chart, super bonus because you guys stayed all the way. Where's your magic? In the north. You want more luck? There's your mantra. You're going to use this mantra every single day. No specific time. You're going to be backing to the north and you're going to command, luck flows to me effortlessly and abundantly. I'm in the right place at the right time, always. Luck is a natural part of my life's journey. I am in harmony with the rhythm of good fortune. My luck is continuously expanding and multiplying. I am a magnet for fortunate encounters and experiences. I am a lucky charm, and my presence blesses others. Why did I give you that? Because this North box for 2023 contains that magical key that can take you now already from this month of October and elevate you in so that you can unlock those doors ready for period 9, ready for 2024. And I have 3 minutes to spare, guys. So any questions, please feel free. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Obviously, this was pretty fast. I will make the recording available on YouTube. And if there's anything that you didn't understand, please do ask me. But also bear in mind that the month of October is going to tax your health. It is going to tax you as a person. And if health is important for you and the ability to be able to provide for people, if people are dependent on you, you want to make sure that you know the early warning signs for any of your health issues and make work of it. So I have got about 30 years of clinical experience. I am a naturopath. I'm also a herbalist. My job title says that I am one of the energy metaphysicians in this country, which has got some extra skill sets. Those of you that have had sessions with me personally will know what I'm talking about, but it is a far bigger kettle of fish that I'm bringing to the table for October when I'm talking about identify your health issues using metaphysics. I'm not going to just rely on the Bati chart. I am going to give you the consciousness which is behind something so that you can shift the consciousness which might manifest into the physical body. Because if your vibration is higher, you cannot get sucked down by ever-shifting landscapes. And if this is something you are serious about, for $150, it is an absolute bargain. I promise you that. Because I have seen people, once they get sick, how much it can cost them. For the average cost for a breast cancer patient is the first lot of money which is taken by the oncology department the moment somebody gets diagnosed is 1 million rand. That immediately gets claimed the moment the diagnosis is made of breast cancer. The hospital or the oncologist will put in a claim for 1 million rand to the person's healthcare insurance company. Whether that is treatable or not treatable doesn't matter. They immediately put a block of $1 million on that person's healthcare fund. If you don't have R1 million, you better pray to God that you never ever get breast cancer. I've seen it. Some people have died because they cannot afford that kind of healthcare. So don't play with this. Earth element this month is going to be huge. Unfortunately, there's nothing that we can do about that. If the person is going to be subjected to that and they can't do something about it and you can't help them, that is a journey that they will have to walk through. Okay. So with that, please do consider joining my health training program in October. I will start on the 8th, then the 18th, and then I think we said the 26th or the 28th. I'm not quite sure. So, right, I'm going to stop my recording. I wish to thank you all, and please stay behind if you do have questions, and then you are welcome to switch on your cameras and unmute yourself and then ask whatever questions you want. Okay, right.